Hello, I am Malarvannan. In this video, we will look into what marketers need to do to transition from the Web2 to Web3 analytical tools. So there are a lot of changes are happening in the Web3 and the crypto world. And this video will talk about what are all the different tools are available, what the marketers needs to do to change from Web2 to Web3 so that they can attract more customers in the Web3. So one of the main difference between Web 2 and Web 3 is the who owns the data. In the Web 2, big companies like Google, Meta, Amazon, they own your data. So once you log in and give your information, so your address, all those informations are stored in their company's servers. So they own the data. Of course, there are options for you to go and delete your user profile, but you can't do anything with the data. So they control the data based on that. Some smaller companies, I'm not saying big companies, but smaller companies may sell your data to other companies, other marketing agencies without your consent. But in Web3, that's not possible. All the data exist in the public blockchain without having any informations about the individual users. Say if you are purchasing a token in NFT token in Ethereum blockchain, uh, your informations will be what NFT token you purchased and other informations will be stored in Ethereum blockchain with your public address. Nobody can go and identify that's you who purchased the NFT token. They can see there was a transaction happened after your purchase and the date and what token, what NFT was purchased, all those informations, but they cannot identify who purchased it. So that's the main difference in the Web3 compared to Web2. So nobody can control your data. You control your own data. And even if you are using any platforms or websites in the Web3, they cannot take the data and they can sell it to somebody else. You control it and you can decide what informations others can see, what information they don't you don't want them to see. For example, if you don't want them to see your birth date, age, then you can say that nobody can see my data, my birth date, but you can see other informations like what are all the different NFT tokens you purchased or what websites you went and logged in and browsed. Those informations they can see. Why do you give that informations to the marketers? To get personalized service. Once you give the data, you get personalized service. And also in the Web3 world, you the marketers can incentivize for you to give the data and then for that you'll gain some tokens. What is the use of the tokens? You can use the token to have unique access to various brands or instead of getting 20% discount for a normal user, you may get a 30% or 40% discount. All those changes are all possible in the Web3 world. As a user, you control the data. So the marketers needs to understand that the individual users is in power and they control the data, and the marketers needs to understand that they need to have users consent before using the data. And the main difference between the Web 2 and Web 3 is that, as we explained, the user data privacy. And also in the Web 2, it relies on cookies. Of course, there are companies like Google, they are all coming out of cookies because of privacy issues. But there are still many companies in the Web 2 world, they are using cookies. But in the Web 3, it's not based on cookies. The only way you can able to understand the user data is going to the public blockchain and using various analytical tools to do the analysis. And also, the cookies are all written into your device from where you are browsing in the web to. If you are using a cell phone, then the small file will be generated and stored in your device. If you are using from browser, your laptop, then the cookie is stored in the laptop, and it will be used to track what are all the different website you are going and what needs to be done to attract you. So all those things are not possible in the Web3 world, because in the Web3, as I explained before, all the data is stored in the public blockchains, and everybody can view it without identifying who the user is. If they want to identify, then they need to have your consent. From that, they can identify you are the one who did the purchase, and you visited what are all the different website you visited, and then they can give a personalized service to you. So there are various blockchain explorers are available. As a marketer, you can use these free tools to identify and understand what are all the different data you can collect from the public blockchains. See, there are several different blockchains are available. For example, if you are using Ethereum blockchain, and if you want to analyze the data in the Ethereum, then you can use the Etherscan. That's a very popular tool. It's a browser-based tool. You can go and analyze what are all the different NFT tokens are there, and how many users are purchasing it, what's the daily transaction, how much gas fee paid for each transaction. All those informations you can identify just by clicking a couple of links within the Etherscan website. Same with the Polygon. The Polygon is a different blockchain, and if you want to do the analysis in the Polygon, then you can use the Polygon scan to view the user's data, transaction data. Again, you can view the data that some user purchased a NFT token. You cannot identify who the user is, because all the transactions are all anonymized. All you see is the public address, which is digits and characters. That shows there is a person associated with that, but you cannot identify who the person is. Once the user gives the permission, then definitely you can identify who the user and what are all the different tokens they purchased in their various marketplaces. And also, marketers can use these tools to do an in-depth analysis of which tokens are popular, and how many transactions are happened, and which blockchain is more popular, and all the information is possible using these various blockchain explorers. And then another important thing the marketers needs to understand before selecting a Web3 marketing tool is to understand what type of analytical platform the tools are providing. See, underlying the analytical platform, you need to have a mechanism for marketers to go and collect and identify and perform various analysis. Say, for example, Ethereum blockchain, Etherscan gives, but it gives a very limited analyticals for individual marketing person. You can go to the Ethereum blockchain and then understand what are the different transactions are happened using the Etherscan tool. But if you want to go in-depth analysis of what are all the different websites a user visited and how much time they performed on the web 2, and then collect that information with the blockchain data, then you need to have a different set of tools that brings the data from the off-chain analytics, like browsing the website, and then also including the on-chain data to give you a unique perspective of how the customers are all using various websites and what they did on the blockchain. So you need to have the platform to combine those two data to give you a unique 360-degree view of a customer profile. And another important concept in the Web3 world is the decentralized identity tools, or DID tools. It's basically these are all platforms and tools the new companies are launching that helps individual user to go and register their information. But the ceramic network, one popular one, and then the Sprouse, the another popular DAD tools. These two tools collects this information, and then it stores in the decentralized manner. They cannot, as a company, they cannot see what are all the informations about your user profile. It will be stored in the decentralized manner in the various servers, but they do control the servers, but they cannot see who the user is and all other informations without your knowledge. And you can use, once you register using these tools, these tools have your informations, and then using that information you can go to multiple different web3 marketplaces, and if you want to purchase a NFT token you can do, or if you want to do any other activity, go to a different website anonymously. It's possible to do that. And then for some marketers or for some brands, if you want to give selected information, so say you want to give your location, based on that you want to get a personalized marketing informations, then you can do so. Or you said that, you know what, I don't want to give my location, I just want to give my preferences. Okay, I like going to uh, Spain or Mexico for my vacation, then you can give only that information. So the marketers can use that information and they can provide you services for you. So once you register your information at one place, then you can use that to do various other activities, and you control the data. And if you don't like it, you can switch to a different tool without losing any information. So all the data that it's collected and stored under your user profile can be moved to a different tool, so you as a user control it. So the marketers needs to understand how they can able to adapt their marketing strategies to understand individual users needs, and they need to target to get the confirmation from the individual users to use the data, and then they can able to do the marketing campaign to attract more customers or give more services to the users, those who are already using a platform. So there are various tools are available to track the tokens, NFT purchases or other utility tokens that has been purchased by individual users. So the two popular ones are Zapper and token terminals. So those two tools are available for anyone to track what are all the different tokens are purchased by a customer, and they can able to identify more information from that. Again, they cannot identify the physical location of the user who purchased it. The marketers can only identify, okay, this particular token has been purchased by 100 users on a particular day, and then they paid 10% gas fee for the entire transaction that happened. All those information they can able to collect, but they cannot identify who the real customer, who the customer purchased that information, that token. So for that, they need to get the permission from the individual user and then they can use that information to do the marketing to attract more customers coming into the platform. And also, another important thing the token tracking tools are available it provides is that what are all the different tokens are all popular, and marketers can use that, and then maybe they can have a co-marketing effort by talking to the uh, token provider, and then they can have a co-marketing brand to attract customers, those who are having the tokens, and then they can provide more services for the users. So all those things are possible in the Web3 world without violating any of the global laws and without violating the user's privacy. So that's the main goal in the Web3 world. Users control the data, and you need to get the users' concerns. Marketers needs to get the users' consent to use the data. So from a marketing point of view, the main thing the marketers needs to do is to understand Web3's essential uh, needs, essential fundamentals of a Web3 by going to the website or watching YouTube videos, and then understand the concept of wallets, transactions, smart contracts, and all those informations, and slowly build a understanding of how the Web3 world works. And then they already know how the Web2 world works, and they need to understand the Web3 world, and then combine those two concepts so that they can come up with a unique marketing campaign to attract customers and to attract brands in the Web3. So for for this, there are various tools are available. We already spoke, and there are a lot of other videos in this channel. Marketers can view and understand how to get into the Web3 world, understand the basics, understand the various tools, and what they need to do to get the data and use it in the Web2, combine those two data to create various analysis to attract more customers. Uh, Web3 comes up with several different key metrics for marketers to understand. The one of the main metric is the wallet activity. It's basically our wallet activity frequency. It's basically telling that how many times a customer purchased a particular product in the Web2. If they are purchasing in the Web3 world, if they are purchasing NFT token or any other token, then they need to use a crypto wallet uh, to perform the transaction. So if you have that wallet address, then you can identify what are all the different tokens they have, all other informations. But customer owns that wallet. Without customer's knowledge, you cannot identify and understand what exactly the customers purchased on the wallet. So this wallet activity frequency is a very important metric for marketers to understand, to do the upsell marketing for the customers to buy more tokens. For that, you need to have a user's consent to get their wallet address and then use it in the analytical tools to identify and understand more about that particular customer. So there are several decentralized applications are available. The customers can go and purchase tokens. They can play a Web3 video game, and within the video game, they can purchase other items, whatever items they are selling within the game. All those things are all tracked in their user's wallet. So once you get to have the wallet address, you can identify those informations with customers, with the user's consent. You are not going and anonymously collecting this information. You can't do it in the Web3. In Web2, as we discussed, by putting a simple cookie, you can able to collect that information. But in the Web3, it's not possible. You need to have a user's consent for you to collect that information. Technically, it's not possible. So that's the way the Web3 world works. The privacy is the main concern that is addressed in the Web3. And also, once you have the wallet information, you can identify what are the different tokens they have inside the wallet and how frequently they purchased. All the informations you can able to collect, and then you can able to use the blockchain tools or various other analytical tools to understand about that individual customer so that you can able to do the marketing campaign more efficiently. One of the main thing in the Web3 world, again, it's same as in the Web2. You need to have to have a dashboard so that you can able to create a customizable dashboard for your needs, and then you can able to add graphs, various graphs or reports to the dashboard so that you can able to understand the overall picture of what is going on in the Web3 world. And if we want to analyze the Web2 data, then the dashboard needs to support collecting data from the Web2 and then collecting data from the blockchain. And the dashboard needs to have provision for you to view the graphs both in the Web2 using the Web2 data and the Web3 data. So any marketing, any Web2 or Web3 marketing tools you are trying to purchase, you are trying to subscribe, make sure they have the basic dashboards, customizable dashboards for you to use it so that you can understand more about the individual customer and you can fine tune your marketing campaigns. And integrating the Web2 and Web3 data we already discussed, and there are other in-depth videos are there in this channel. There are tools how to use it, how to collect the data, and how to use it. You can see in this channel. But the bottom line is you need to collect the Web2 data and the Web3 data with users' concern and combine those two data to create a unified view of those two data to understand when the entire life cycle of the user coming into a decentralized application. It could be a browser or it could be a mobile application, and then what they did on that mobile application, they visited and then they read a blog, and then they might have viewed various NFT tokens, and then finally they click the purchase or they didn't click the purchase. So you can able to collect those data from the Web2. If they click the purchase, then there is a transaction will happen in the Web3, and you need to the tools needs to get the data, store it so that you can able to perform the analysis. Okay, when they came into the website and what are all the different pages they visited and then what they did finally to purchase the NFT token. The similarly how you do in the Web2, coming into a website and then visited various pages and finally they added items into a shopping cart and then they click the purchase button to complete the transaction. But in the Web3, that's exactly the same thing. Instead of a shopping cart, or there could be a shopping cart, where whenever they perform the purchase, then the transactions happen in the Web3, in the blockchain. So you need to get the data so that you can able to fully combine what are all the activities user performed on the Web2 side and then what they did on the Web3 to give you a unique picture, 360-degree picture of the user's profile. Use that and then to do your marketing campaign. So one of the main challenges in the Web3 is the privacy. As we have been discussing, you need to have a user's approval to use the data. So the ownership of the data moves from the centralized big companies to individual users. If you are using Google or Meta or Amazon, they collect all the data, they control it. But in the Web3 world, no single company can able to do it. Your data is stored in the blockchain and you control it. And if you decide to give whatever data access the marketers needs to have, you can decide and you can do so. So that's the main difference in the Web3 world. The privacy is the number one concern in the Web3, and technically the Web3 world addressed it efficiently in the Web3 so that as a user, you control it, but not the big companies. So the data transparency and the user control and all those things are very critical in the Web3. And the main thing that gives us is for the marketers is it's creating a trust about your brand. See, you are not using the data without the knowledge and you can't do it. So the users will have a full control of the data, and whatever date permission they give to view the data, they are happy to do so because they are getting some service from you. You may be giving tokens to them for exclusive access of your content. All those things are possible in Web3. And then as a marketer, you need to use it to attract more customers coming into the Web3 platforms. So that's all I want to discuss in this video. And we do have a Web2 and Web3 analytical platform in our Analytic Kit website. You can learn more about it. And also, if you go to dpa.analytickit.com, you can start using it. There are various videos in this channel. You can view it and learn the tools that we offer. And if you have any questions or concerns, please let us know. You put a comment, write a comment, or send us an email. We're happy to help you. And finally, please help us to grow this channel by subscribing to this channel, Analytic It. Thank you. Bye.